Tonight, on part 2 of The Road to 40, starring Jason Oliveira, I reveal to you one of my weaknesses. Yes, it's time. It's time to let a little bit of my guard down and show you. Not show you, God no. I can't stand seeing people put on deodorant. It's not that I can't stand it. It's just something weird that I don't like to see. I don't know why. I cannot explain this. There's nothing unnatural. Well, I guess it is kind of unnatural in a way, because it's a product that we make to take the stink away, or hide the stink, or whatever. But it's one of those things that it just, when I see it, I'm like, I'm appalled by it. I'm angered. Not angered. Just like, why would you do that? I don't know. And it's not against, like, whoever's, putting it on. It's like I remember in school, in high school, I was creeped out by it, or just, I didn't dig it. Maybe it was just that whole environment. I've never been a very, I hate to say these terms because I don't mean them in a gender-specific way, but manly man. Like, I've never been super into playing sports. Like, I don't know. I was raised by my mom, so, I mean, I got a lot of her influence. So I'm mostly just crazy, I think. Here's the tough thing, is drawn with these filters on. It's nice. It makes the video look much better. Gives it a certain ambiance. Brad, I loved your suggestion. I feel like I'm in 3D now, like I'm popping out at everyone or something. But it's tough to draw. So, I'll show you what's on this picture, on this page, in just a few moments. But first, I want to talk about Ben & Jerry's. Great company. Love the company. No problem with the company. However, I'm very disappointed in them. They keep retiring flavors that I really like. Now, if you had a gun to my head and said, what is your favorite flavor? Let's say someone had a gun to your head. What would your favorite... What would your favorite flavor be? It's fun to think about things like that. Like, not just Ben & Jerry's, but Ben & Jerry's is one of those things where people are really, like, into their flavor, I think. And I've noticed that some of them, like the brownies, alternate the quality of the brownies. Either you're getting closer to the edge of where they get cooked, or sometimes they're just not as chewy. I like a chewy brownie. Some people like a more firm brownie, or even a crispy brownie on the edges or whatever. But not me. I like a chewy brownie, a fudge brownie. They used to be so much better in Ben & Jerry's, but then again, I mean, it's still good. It's still better than most ice cream you can buy. And I don't eat a lot of ice cream at all. Like, once in a while, if it's on sale or I see a new flavor I want to try. That's the only 2 times I'll really buy ice cream to eat. Unless it's around a birthday or something. But other than that, like, I just try to avoid ice cream. I punish my body in many other ways, but as far as that goes, that's one of the things I just try to cut out. But my favorite flavor, now right now, if I had to, like, what's on the market, it really comes down to like 2. It's a lot of good ones. I've tried most of their stuff, unless it has a lot of nuts in it. I'm not a big nut fan. Yeah, that's right. But I really enjoy Coffee Heath Bar Crunch. That's probably my favorite. The contrast of flavors in that, oh my god, I can feel my mouth watering right now just thinking about that flavor. And the other would be Cherry Garcia. Now, that's half of my favorite flavor of all time, which has gone to the grave. And if you go to Ben & Jerry's site, there's actually a flavor graveyard. You got to search for it now. It's not right on the front page. Around Halloween, they put it on the front page, I think. But there's a lot of flavors that I would love to have tried that I never had the chance to. Either they retired them before I was, trying different things for food, or I just missed them. They might have been regional or something like that. Because there's exclusive Target flavors I've seen before, and exclusive Walmart, and exclusive... So I just wonder if maybe some West Coast people get certain flavors, East Coast, and then if it does well in other markets, they expand or whatever. But my favorite of all time is Neapolitan Dynamite. It is a mixture of cherry Garcia and chocolate fudge brownie. It is so good. It's got cherry and chocolate ice cream mixed with there's a certain cherry they use in it. It's not maraschino. It's like, I can't remember which cherry it is. And then there's chocolate. Now these vary too, the quality of the chocolate. Sometimes they're like milk chocolate. Well, no, they're always dark chocolate. But there's a tenderness and a crunchiness to them. And I like them when they're a little softer. But whatever. And then you get the brownies from the fudge brownies. So you're getting all of this. Oh, dear God. And they retired it. So, yeah, that was disappointing. Now, the number one flavor I missed, because they retired it in, I think it was 99. I ate Ben & Jerry's then. I don't know why I wouldn't have tried it. Probably at the time it wouldn't have been one of my favorite flavors. It was really the Big Lebowski that introduced me to this drink, which became one of my favorite flavors. And, of course, as you know, it is the White Russian. And they had Ben & Jerry's White Russian with coffee ice cream, which I love their coffee ice cream, with coffee liqueur mixed throughout. Now, I still think Coffee Heath Bar Crunch has a little bit leg up on texture because it's got something in there. This is pretty much a smooth ice cream if you just want to relax. I don't know. I didn't get to try it. But I like stuff in my ice cream is what I'm saying. Just anything. Could be a Ninja Turtle. Could be a pirate. You never know. Anywho. I got to go to a Ben & Jerry's down in Virginia Beach. I didn't even realize before I went there that they actually had stores. And I'd been to Vermont. Actually, I think I did see one in Vermont. New Year's Eve one year. I mean, it's good. But the people aren't... Like, I would expect them to hire people that would be like, yay, I love working here. Because it's such a cool company. And I know it's working on the... I don't want to say the lowest end of it, but like... the farthest away from the actual creation of it, but nonetheless, I mean, it seems like they could do things for their employees. They seem like a really good company. Maybe they do. Maybe I don't. Maybe the few times I've been to one, people are just A-holes, or B-holes, or D-holes, or V-holes. Yeah, what do you think of that, huh? It's better than saying the words. Alright. Blah blah bee blah boo. Okay, I've held this on long enough. This is something I'll talk. I'm not going to talk about this long. I have nothing to talk about. I don't even know why. Like I said it once in a video, and a friend of mine commented on it, and then like it kind of struck me as something. So I kind of went back to the well and kind of. I think the other night I may have put that on my forehead. This inspired me one night to create in my mind, on the fly, a creature known as... Now I've built it up, it's gonna suck. The Blockicorn. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. There he is. That is definitely the Blockicorn. I don't know if I'm gonna go with the flames on the hooves or the pierced ear, but... If in my mind that's Blockicorn. Yeah, the last few nights I just couldn't remember how anatomy of a horse works. So I ended up looking up horses the other day and just to see like, oh, okay, so their rear legs and their tail and their mane and their body type, and I just kind of made a bean. Actually, more like a summer squash. Then I added a rounder head with a shorter snout. Pronounced the nostrils a little bit, stuck the board in his head, gave him a scruffy kind of mane. That was it. He's a drinker too. You notice that? Yeah, he spilled his drink and he made a poop. Actually, those, if I was to ever use that part of the picture, I'd probably get rid of those. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. The drink's kind of nice. The poop, some people like poop, others don't. Speaking of poop, I will do everything in my power to never have to use a public bathroom. I just don't like it. I don't like it. For number one or number two. Yeah, very much number two. But nonetheless, it is a rare occasion that I will use a public bathroom. Just because, I don't know. It's one of those weird things like deodorant. There's another weakness. Bring me into a bathroom and put some deodorant on, I'm screwed. Like, that's my kryptonite. And urinals. I think there should be a little bit more division between the urinals. Maybe a little bit, something to block the eye-to-eye contact. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? So, if you hire me or if you vote for me as president of the internet, I'll make sure that no one ever, I don't know where I'm going with that. How far does the First Amendment cover your freedom of speech on the internet? Is it the same as, like, I don't know. I was just reading the First Amendment today, trying to decipher it a little bit more, and you know, it's funny that when things are written in their time, they're written in their time. I mean, there's no better way of describing it, I guess. You know, they're written for a certain period of things happening, and things change. And someone posted today about the NRA, or the First Amendment, basically, Second Amendment, right to bear arms. And they said, just add 5 words to the Second Amendment, and it would make it right. I don't know what my point is. Hang on. Let me just go find the First Amendment, damn it. Just give me a second. No, second. Okay, let's read it. Oh, yeah. Second Amendment. Am I wasting your time? I'm sorry. Second Amendment, 5 words. It was, here it is. The picture was up before. Justice Stevens, the 5 extra words that can fix the Second Amendment. And those 5 words are, as soon as I find them, you have to wait. They were pretty far into this. I was just like, oh, okay, here it is. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Now, this would be the extra 5 words. When serving in the militia, shall not be infringed. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of the free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, when serving in the militia, shall not be infringed. There you go. Yeah, those 5 words, and I think that was their intent. Other than that, imagine that. Imagine if they had corrected themselves and added that in, how different things might be today. How many kids might be alive today. You want to go with, let's go with knives. Let's just do knives. At least that takes a little skill, a little talent. You see somebody coming with a knife, you can try to do something about it. Gun, you can jump or move, but a bullet's pretty fast, I've heard a bullet is very fast. It's at least 50 to 60 miles an hour. I'm just kidding. Anywho, I like that. I know a lot of people wouldn't like that, but I think that was the original intent of the Second Amendment. But no one's going to agree with me. I mean, people that matter don't agree with me, so. That NRA. I never got around to try. Did I do? Yeah, I showed you Blockicorn. Wow. Blockicorn, what are you doing? Blockicorn, happy birthday today. Today's his birthday. Because he was created today. Let's put a date on this. Well, at least if this whole vlogging thing doesn't work out, clearly I have a career in singing coming up. Blockicorn. Ah, good times, good times. That's it. That's all I got for you tonight. Let's do 15 minutes. It's pretty good. It's a half hour. Throw some commercials in there. You gotta start cutting stuff out. Oh, it's so good. So much better than that. I had a little. It was a nip of Johnnie Walker Black. I always wanted to try it because everybody's like, "Oh, Johnnie Walker." Apparently, Johnnie Walker's not that good compared to other real Scotch. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna judge it. It's the first one I. Well, no, I did have the one that my friend Sam brought over the other, last Saturday. Last time we played D&D. And that wasn't bad. That was pretty good. But this was a little harsh. But I don't know how people enjoy that. Honestly, something in it some people like. Good for them, I guess. I mean, I could, if I had to, if I was sitting around for a while and there was nothing else to drink, I'm sure I could drink it. But yeah, if I go the rest of my life without touching a cheap bottle of Scotch, I'd be fine. If I get somebody drops off a nice bottle of Scotch to my address, then yeah, I'd probably drink it. But otherwise, I don't think there's a point in drinking cheap Scotch. Although somebody was telling me there's a whiskey around here that has a very Scotchy flavor, a good Scotchy flavor. Maybe this one, I don't know, Johnnie Walker Black, is that supposed to be good Scotchy, or is that bad Scotchy? Was that a bad idea? I don't know. It was like $1 or $2, something like that. I just want to try it because I'd always wanted to try it. Yeah, nothing to write home about. That's all I got to say. I was actually going to ink this while I was doing this, and maybe even do. This is why. Actually, this is the initial reason why I busted into this, was because it's on the gray toned paper, and I want to use those brushes. It's tough though, because it's a little bit of work with the brushes. This almost requires my old style, the thick black around them, and I think I'm gonna do the white out around it as well. But I don't know what I want to do with the body yet. Actually, I kind of, in a way, wish I had done it on white paper because it looked really weird when I scanned it in. Anywho, what I think I found an idea for the handheld camera and the mounted camera. I just gotta get together money. They're really cheap, actually. I think they're $15, $10 for the cheapest, which is probably a good one, at Best Buy. But they're the tripods that you can flex. They're gorilla things or something. You can grab things with it. So a fence post on a game, or for example, I've got a shelf right here. I could clamp it on and have it overlook down to there. Well, not there, but into my paper. Yeah, I might do that. I mean, I don't know if there's really a need to. I just thought it'd be fun, something fun to do. So I'm gonna do it anyway. Eventually, I'll do one or two and see how it looks and how it feels. And I have got to get some picture-in-picture software working. I tried. There's an open source, open broadcast software, OBS, and I selected my sources and I told it where I wanted the picture-in-picture to be and where that source was and where the full screen's supposed to be. And I had the South Park Stick of Truth up and ready to go. Although I think that might be a tough one to play, but I need to get that to work for 2 video. Even if they're pre-recorded sources, that would be fine. I don't need to record to the software. I can just edit it in the software and put the things. That would be fine too. I could probably do that with Premiere, but like I said, I got to solve my export problems. I think I got to export at the same frame rate that I'm importing in. I don't know. I'll try a few things. Anywho, this has gone on long enough. Long enough. I'm going to finish my drink. And then I'm going to watch the Game of Thrones from last night. Now, I know what happens in the episode. I don't mind spoilers because I've read the books. Well, I've read 3.5 books. Man, the new characters just constantly killing off the people you love and just getting used to, and you're like, what? Like, I remember the first book, like, at the end there, I was just like, that did not just happen. Like, no, he's the hero. He's gonna save the day and fix everything. And, like, you're like, what? The spoiler alert, yeah, people die in the show a lot. Lots of good people. And so I know what's happening this season pretty much. Although I heard they're bringing in a lot of Book 4 and 5 this season, which is crazy. Come on, knock it off. Slow down. He hasn't even written another book yet. Well, better get on it. Yeah, so that's my plans for the night after this. Sorry, I don't know where I was going. Anywho, well, we'll figure out what we're going to talk about tomorrow night, and I'll see you then, because for now, I am Audi 5000. Peace.